I think the European development financial institutions have been operating, but they operate in a silo, very separate from export credit agencies.
So Faruq, thank you very much for joining us. Standard Chartered is a big financial institution. How do you see trade and development finance combination? What is your experience as a private banker?
Yeah, so I think a lot of what we do, we see development finance work hand in hand with what we call export credit agency finance. A lot of what we are supporting in emerging markets, which is a large part of our footprint, are development projects which sort of fit into the ESG type of transactions, where we are working with export credit agencies, we are working with multilaterals and development financial institutions. So I think that we work separately with them, but we are not coming in together and working with them, which is why I'm interested to see how we can do more work together, where we can bring the development agencies along with the export credit agencies and see how we can deliver more for our clients.
And is that something that you do already in your practice? And what is the connection then at the European level? It seems that in Europe we're discovering these kind of approaches. What would be your advice on the way forward, and how can you contribute to this endeavor?
So firstly, I do think this is a positive thing, and you're absolutely right. I think the European development financial institutions have been operating, but they operate in a silo, very separate from export credit agencies. Whereas we work with a lot of the MDBs like the World Bank, Africa Development Bank, the guaranteeing arm of World Bank, with Islamic Development Bank's guaranteeing arm, and increasingly more with the likes of Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank and Asian Development Bank. Where we are not working as a private sector institution is with the European development financial institutions, who tend to be operating very much on their own. And that's where my interest is, to see how the Europeans can become more active in supporting these important projects in emerging markets, working with private sector, and I would say crowding in private sector.